Oh hey guys, it's Moose, and this week I thought we'd get a little radical, a little gnarly, you know, maybe shred a little bit as they say, and delve into one of my favorite pastimes and passions, skateboarding. So with that, let's strap on our helmets, tighten our trucks, and just jump right into what it means to ride around in four wheels on a piece of wood. Oh, but before we get into that, I know a lot of people were pointing out last week I was forgetting something, and I thought this week I'd do maybe a little extra to make up for last week. So how about that? I'll reach down here, see what I got here. What's this? Oh, a spin and a flip. And then I toss that over there. And what's this? Oh, a reload. Okay, you're probably thinking, Moose, how can I get into skateboarding? What can I do? How can I be the envy of my class? How can I make my parents want me to get a better hobby? How can I make, myself cry in frustration as I try the same trick over and over again to finally land it and find the most rewarding experience of my life? Well, it's easy. The first is you just gotta want to do it, and you also are going to have to be not afraid of falling, and you're gonna have to accept that with falling comes progression. And you're going to be another thing you're going to get with skateboarding is you're going to learn a lot of life lessons. One of those is that life is going to be a cruel thing and throw you off of a skateboard and hit the ground at a high speed, and it's going to kind of hurt. But you're going to get back up and you're going to do it over and over again until you roll away on that skateboard, and it's going to feel super rewarding. So with that, the first thing you're gonna need is one of these bad boys, a skateboard. And now these days, you can go online, you can buy a skateboard. There's a lot of different websites, CCS, Zoomies, Anchor Supply. The list goes on, and there's a lot of different brands you can choose from. And me personally, I have an FTP board, which I can't say the acronym of the word because there's a swear on there, and I'm not already monetized, and I don't think I'm gonna get any farther with that. But who knows? I shouldn't keep trying. But yeah, there's the skateboard itself, the deck. Then you have the trucks. You have your wheels, and what makes the wheels spin is your bearings. Simple, right? And then obviously you got your grip tape. If you guys are wondering what that says, that just says Moose in Russian. And then there's my buddy's name on there. He passed away at a young age, but you gotta realize life is short. Honor them every way you can. He loves skateboarding, so I shred till I'm gonna be dead. Not hopefully soon, but whenever that long longevity might be. Now the second thing you're gonna need is a nice pair of shoes, because if you don't cover your feet, you are going to shred them to ribbons on grip tape, because that stuff hurts. And there's many different brands. The most classic is Vans. These are a gift. I normally don't skate Vans. I recommend America or Lakai or Decline. They're all really good little shoe companies that you can support if you don't want to support Vans. I could shred a pair of Vans in a day. These are honestly some of the better versions of them. They're not canvas. I don't recommend skating any canvas shoes. You're gonna go through them a lot faster. Get some nice suede leather shoes. Very important. And as far as boards and bearings and trucks, it's all preference really at the end of the day. Find something that you really vibe with as far as a company, the style of the skaters, how they present themselves and everything, and that should be a really good guide on what you want. So now you kind of understand what you need. What you need a skateboard, you need some shoes. It's pretty easy to skateboard. And honestly, how I learned was I went to Walmart and got a Walmart board for like $20, $30, and I started learning all my tricks on there. So now that we got that out of the way, you guys probably want to learn some tricks, right? Probably want to know how to do some tricks. Well, first, we're gonna meet on the ground level, so we kind of can go over it on a floor. So I'll meet you down below. Hey guys, we're below the table now. and we're on ground level, so I can kind of show you how maneuvers are done using the classic shoe hands. So the first thing you gotta realize when you skateboard is you're gonna have to learn how to ride. And that's determining your stance. And your stance is either if you're gonna be on the left side of the board or the right side of the board. Now what that means is if I'm facing the camera now, if I'm on this side of the board, it means I'm a regular. If I'm on this side of the board facing you, you know, it means I'm goofy. I didn't make the rules. I'm sorry, people who stand on the opposite side of the board are goofy. You're regular to me. Nothing strange. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody's gonna ostracize you. Things might be a little harder though, people say, but I don't really know. I know some really great goofy skateboarders. And also, there's going to be some side stances. So if I'm now in the goofy position and I shift to the nose of my board, but I'm still riding forward, I am now in the nollie stance. But if I turn that stance around and I'm still riding forward, it's fakie. I didn't make these up, guys. I swear to God, I didn't. So, and then if I was just to stand on if I ride goofy and I was to stand on the opposite side of the board and start skating, you know, just to try it out, it'd be called switch. Now that you got that all in the mind, you're gonna start having to roll around and figuring out how to push with your feet, which the proper way to push would not to be using this back foot in pushing, you know, like that. That's called Mongo pushing. You're gonna want to use your front foot to control the board, and use your back foot to push, you know? So you get that like really solid motion. You can control everything with your front foot, and you're not like, oh, where do I go, moose? Do I go forward or do I go sideways, you know? And with that, you're gonna really learn how to manipulate your board. And you know, manipulation of your board, learning how to ride comfortably must become before doing some sweet tricks. Like, I know you wanna bust out the 900 McTwist flat ground, but it's not gonna happen, guys. Not at least for most of you. You might be a savant and that might happen, but for the most of you, the regular people like us, we're gonna have to put the blood, sweat, and tears into this god dang sport, you know, whatever is considered hobby. I consider it a sport, but you know, your parents might look at you like a hobby. But it's not. There's competitions. People get paid big bucks to skateboard and bust out those huge trick multipliers. You know, they don't have that Tony Hawk sound effect for nothing. So with that, now we're gonna move on to, I guess the first trick you'd start to learn is an ollie or pop shove it. And basically, what an ollie is you're popping the board, you're jumping off the board, and as you're jumping, like popping and jumping, this front foot here is sliding up, and that front foot carries the board up with it, so it kind of creates this, like, let's see if I can recreate it with my hands, you know, like, well, here, I'll just do a little one right here, so you can kind of see the motions of it. So I'm on the board, see, I'm popping, and I'm flicking. So basically it's, see that? I mean, I'm holding a table, so it kind of makes it awkward, but do you see the concept of the pop and the jump and the flick? And then, I mean, a kickflip is the same thing, pop, jump, but you're kicking off to the side instead of forward, so it's extending it into a little spin rather than a you know, a whole flip. Wow, I actually landed that. But with that, you kind of know the ollie and the kickflip. And with putting the same principles into the pop shove it, it's just you know, you're popping, you're shoving the board physically with your foot, either front or back side. There is a front side and a back side. I should get into that now. But you know, with that, and then you're gonna probably learn those. You're gonna learn 180s, and you're gonna learn front side or back side. Front side is you're switching your whole body, and you're moving the front side forward. Turning the back side is you're going, and your back is gonna carry forward. It all depends on if you're front. So if I'm riding, say I'm riding regular now, if I was to go like that, it would be front side. if I was to go like that, it'd be backside. Same thing with grinds. If I grind it, well, yeah, if I was to grind on like a rail or a ledge, this is the front side, that's the back side. And with that, you kind of know those concepts, and I think you're gonna be starting to become Johnny Capahala back on board. You guys remember that movie? You know, you're gonna become Shaun White. You're gonna become a next Tony Hawk. You're gonna be a next Rodney Mullen. And actually, guys should really look into Rodney Mullen. He invented most of the skateboarding tricks you know today. He's probably one of my favorite skateboarders and one of the most humbling people out there, if you've ever looked. But and there's so many different styles of skateboarding. You're gonna start learning that. There's street skateboarding, you know, hitting rails and staircases. There's vert skateboarding, which is huge ramps and everything. There's freestyle skateboarding, which is like super cool tricks where you're all just standing in one spot doing all these super dope tricks. But there's just so much to skateboarding, you know, and you're gonna really have a deep dive, and it's gonna be so much fun. So with that, let's meet back up at the top and kind of wrap this up, you know? So you kind of get the concept of skateboarding now. You know what you need, you know, kind of the basics. I guess the last thing to go over is where to skateboard. And that's anywhere. Don't let anything limit you. You can skateboard in your living room. It's not ideal, but you can. You can skateboard really anywhere, and that's the funnest thing about skateboarding, is figuring out where you can skateboard and what you can skateboard on. And that's the groundbreaking thing, and the thing about skateboarding that makes it different from the rest of the sports. It's a super individualistic experience. A million people can do the same trick. They're going to do the same trick differently. A million people can skate the same thing, but everybody's going to skate it differently and do the tricks differently. And there's just so many things to skate. There's so many. I mean, the world is your skate park. So just keep that in mind. And guys, if you really do get into skateboarding, I'd love to see that. I'd love for you to DM me on Instagram or shoot me a message and just be like, hey, Moose, I decided to pick up skateboarding, and I went out and I got a skateboard, and I'm going to put in the time and the effort and really try to push something that I can that is a great physical activity and a mental strengthener as an activity as well, because you're going to learn a lot about determination and risk and reward and achieving something that is tough, but with repetition that is overcome. And so if I get to see that, that'd be awesome. And with that, if you guys are wondering why my mask looks different and my shirt looks pretty cool, is I recently had a merch drop, and I made these super high quality embroidery. I did all the sewing on the tags, down here too on these shirts. They have nice tags, huge graphic on the back. So if you guys want to check it out, the link is in the description, balaclavaboys.com. If you're wondering, a ski mask is called a balaclava. But yeah, guys, if you guys just get into shredding the gnar, I'd be more than thrilled. That's all I gotta say. And to see that my passion can inspire passion to somebody else and they can start doing it, it would be awesome to see. So with that, I hope you guys have a great day and another good week, and maybe we'll have another kind of tutorial next week. So with that, guys, I'm Moose, and let's go skateboarding.